Hey, all you lab rats. So, hey, as we promised, we're going to start doing a stock of the week, but let's talk a little bit about the stock market first this morning. So, got my new Zoom background here. I think I'm on the Death Star or something, but we really like this one. So, enjoy. Your comments are welcome. Uh, let's talk a little bit about the stock market. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, guys. Let's pop on over to CNBC. Right. And you can see this morning we had a retail number, right? So we had this retail number come out, and it was a good retail number, guys. And we need retail sales, right? We need this economy to get going. But there's a bad side to it, and we need to be very honest about this number. The big headline was how retail sales jumped because people are spending their $600 stimulus. This is good, and it's bad. It helps. Again, we've talked about this several times over the last few months, and it's important to remember the economy was here, right? The economy was here, and the markets were here. Let me see if I can get that on screen. And the markets were here, right? And then the COVID came and they all went down here. Well, the markets are back up here, but the economy's still down here. Somewhere it needs to catch up, right? Either the market needs to reprice to stay pace with the economy's slow economy, or the economy has to pick up. Again, so what happens? The Fed steps in, right? And they start buying these 2-year treasuries. They create liquidity, and more debt, more debt, more debt. And that creates a falsehood, right, in the market. You see it every time Jerome Powell speaks, right? If he even implies that they're not going to keep this accommodative attitude for the markets, then the markets just start selling off, right? And this is good for right now, good for short-term gains. But how is it going to be over 2021, right? Now, you flash forward to this retail report and you look at it. All people did was spend the money the government gave to them. So the money is spending the government's money to keep the market liquid and up, and the government's also providing the money for retail sales. What happens when it stops? What happens when it stops, guys? We're starting to see it, right? We're starting to see it in bonds. Everybody's talking about that 10-year and 1.2. A month ago, it was 1.1 was the threshold. Now it's 1.3, right? Well, it was over 1.3 yesterday. We can't keep moving goalposts to accommodate agendas and narratives. And that's what's happening right now, guys. So be very careful in this market. Now, this leads to the stock of the week. Okay, guys. Now, I'm not going to give you some day trading stock. I'm not going to give you some quick option play. I'm going to give you something you can put in your portfolio, and this thing will work for you day in and day out for years to come. And it's important to do this right now. Ask yourself, how prepared are you for a sideways market? How prepared is your portfolio if all of a sudden we go down and we don't have a V bottom? Right? Everybody's used to, right? If there's a dip, just buy it. It'll come back. Don't worry about it, right? What happens if that stops? Can your portfolio weather this? Are you in just a bunch of high valuation stocks with no support system like dividends and stuff like that? Or are you properly prepared? We've talked to our membership over the last couple months, and while we were working our options, we also worked what we call the other half of the portfolio, building an ultimate portfolio. You have to have some beef in there that's working for you 24/7, right? While you're trading your options in your shorter term, your midterm plays and stuff. Let's get on to the stock of the week, because this one's a buy and keeper. And I'll tell you how you enter it and how to play it. Now, let's go ahead, and I'm going to share screen again. All right, I'm back. Let's go ahead and go over to the brokerage software. Okay, guys. Let's pull up Street Smart Edge here. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. You know, we're doing this. This is a new thing we're doing, and we're doing it for you lab guys and all you outliers. Now, this is your stock, Crown Castle International. Take a good look at this, guys. We love it. We own it. We recommend our members own it. It's a fantastic stock. You want to get a little 5G exposure, right? You can chase the AT&Ts. You can chase the little SPACs and things like that, right? If you want, or you can take a stock that's got a good foothold in 5G, got some promising, important infrastructure influence in 5G and some other great stuff, is also a very profitable company with a long track record of success and a great track record of dividend payments. CCI, we look at the chart. Let's look at a 1-year chart. And you can see it here, right, guys? Very stable. Then the telltale on this chart is, let's go to a 2-year chart. Now look at all this sell down, right? We had the COVID and it came right back. This is kind of a key chart here. If you see right before the COVID, it was starting to set up a comfort zone, right? Around that 160, 170 level. Then the COVID happened, took everything down with it, right? Well, look at this bad boy. It came right back and it went right back to that level and it found a home. Super stable, super stable. See, this is one stock that you can count on when there was recession talk, right? Yeah, I got a little beat up, came right back. You see all those little market events. Yeah, it gets a little caught up temporarily. But here's the great thing about it, right? Guess what? That D is buying you cheap shares, right? The dividend's working for you. This is how you build a Warren Buffett portfolio, is get some dividends, great companies, great balance sheets, great product or services, and that dividend. The big secret that Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You guys have heard me say this over and over and over, and you guys have got the emails, right? Anybody that's ever traded a stock has gotten those marketing emails. The big secret Wall Street doesn't want you to know as an individual, all this stuff. Well, you can go on Reddit and chase GameStop and think you're changing the world and stuff. But the big secret nobody wants you to know, especially all those clowns that come on all these TV shows, CNBC, Fox Business News, touting it's different this time. Just buy, sell, buy. The secret they don't want you to know is you fill your portfolio with stocks like these and you're always making money. And while they're sitting there telling you to buy and sell Tesla, they're buying these. Look at what Warren Buffett did, right? He just revalued his portfolio in the first quarter. Right? He sees a move coming in oil, got into oil. He sees interest rates getting a little dicey. He got out of his Wells Fargo, right? Got out of his banks. Come on, guys. If you're going to be like Warren Buffett, be like Warren Buffett. Okay. All right, guys. So go check out CCI. Let's go look at the numbers on the company real quick before I let you go. You can see making $2.35 a share. It's got a little high of a PE, but right now we're in a market where everything's got high PEs. And that's really not that unreasonable when you consider the business model and stuff, right? And the environment. Dividend yield, 3.28%, even on that big old valuation. Very consistent. If you look at the chart, one thing you can learn from a chart is if you have those dividends, you can track it, right? So pre-COVID, it was paying $1.20 a share. COVID hit, it was still paying $1.20 a share. A year after COVID, it's paying 13 cents more. Boom. You didn't even do a thing. You bought it back here. You got some cheap shares when it was down in the dividends, and then boom, you just got a dividend increase. You're just making money hand over fist. That's how you do it. Get something like CCI in your thing. Now we'll follow CCI in an update. So this is a little long of an update, guys. So I hope it was worth it. Post some comments. Let's get a conversation going over it and all that stuff. Let me know what you think about the backgrounds, okay? All right, all you lab rats, have some fun today.